everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Investing Across Borders show. My name is Miri Lenov, and I'm here with Shema. And yeah, we're live. So hopefully, we're live everywhere on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and on Facebook. So hopefully, in our Facebook group, by the way, if you're not, oh, actually, YouTube, but we'll be sure to update it. Can you see me okay, Shema?
I couldn't hear you and see you for a second. I don't know what
Oh
happened.
yeah, sometimes yeah, it's okay. I think everything should be okay now. Hopefully.
hmm
Anyways, how are you doing today?
Yeah, good. How are you? Coping with the cold a little bit?
Oh yeah, you're in France, so you're dealing with that. So for us, it's actually a really nice day. It
Yes.
was
Can
a little
we
bit cold
swap?
this morning. Yeah, it was like in the 60s, and
Wow.
we were a little bit cold, but now it's back in the 70s. As the day goes on, it gets better here in Florida.
Yeah.
So today we're going to talk about FAQs, and I think we're going to start off with one that is a lot of people just don't know, right? And maybe you can start with the questions, Shema.
So the first one is usually what are the options, right, Miri?
Yeah,
So what how can I get there? Like I want to get there. I want to move to the US, for example, but I don't know what my options are. And the trap here, in my opinion, is that sometimes people read things online and then they see something that is like an astronomical amount of money that you need to invest or something like that, and then they either just get discouraged or they start trying to seek these solutions that are more tribal knowledge than anything else. Whereas a lot of people don't know that there are a lot of creative ways to get to the US, and those creative ways are personal. They cannot be something that you just Google and find and just take and do it yourself. That's not I mean it could work. It's just that it's not going to be a 100% foolproof way to do it.
mhm.
And that's where really really good expertise comes in handy.
Yeah. So a lot of times people don't know what are their options, and we actually had our master class yesterday. If you haven't seen it, we went live on our Facebook group, so you can watch it there, or you can also watch it on our YouTube video that it's already up there in our channel. And it's actually, that's a really good point. People don't know what their options are because there's so much information out there that doesn't make sense. That is wrong information, and that's why we're here to really help people out and to give them the roadmap for what would work for them. And I think maybe I can give an example so people can understand this in a tangible way. So, for example, sometimes when we're talking with a real estate uh, investor in, say, Canada, and they have a lot of experience, and when it comes to like real estate and how to get good deals in Canada. And they want to do the same thing in the US. Well, a lot of times, yeah, you can just come in and buy properties, but is that legal, right? Are you going to operate a business? And a lot of times they don't know that it's not just coming in here and setting up an LLC like a lot of them do. It's more than that. If you want to qualify for a visa, there's certain things that need to happen, and even there's a lot of different lawyers who won't even advise on doing an E2 or a different type of visa for with real estate in mind. So understanding what are your options is your first step so that you know what to do and you can actually fulfill your goals of getting the visa and being able to achieve the American dream of what you want to accomplish here in the US. So anything that you want to add to that, Shema? Because I know we sit in a lot of consults together.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is also something that gets very, very impacted by people's view of how much experience they need to have. And then a lot of people get very discouraged by certain options because they feel like they're not the right profile or they don't have the right background for it. Whereas it's not necessarily the case. It depends on how you go about it, right? And that is, again, why I want to highlight that when you seek the right experts, everything falls right into place, right? And everything makes sense and it's made specifically for you with your background, with your expertise, with everything that is taken into consideration. And it's something that we really need to be able to talk about before you make any decisions or decide that this is not the right fit for me and that's not the right fit for me. It's very, very important that you get the information correctly and accurately from the experts that you talk to. And that's how we do it. We sit down on strategy calls with our clients and we take in as much information as we can about them. And then according to that information, we set the right strategy that will fit and that will guarantee a really high success rate for them and their families. So
Right.
yeah, that's my last 2 cents about it.
No, that's great. That's very, very important. And actually, we have Emmy Lou who is writing from Facebook. Hi, Emmy. Thanks for being here. She said, "Hello, I have a deal. I'm trying to get 100% financing on. Any suggestions would be great." So I obviously from this, Emmy, it's very hard to like come up with a good answer for you. But I can tell you that if most like you're a foreign investor, and if you look through our videos, we had a really good call with Michal from Lendai, who explained how, how a lot of the financing would work for foreign nationals. So I definitely suggest that you see that. And we also have, and we'll put the link in the chat. I think it's investingacrossborders.net/Lendai. I'm just gonna double check so that one of our team members can put that in the chat. Yes, it is. So we'll put this link in the chat as well so that you can get access to them. Here, I'm going to put it in our internal chat so that Raymond can post it to answer your question. And they really, and I'm assuming also that you're talking about real estate because that's what most people are interested in.
Cool.
So Lenda is a great partner. We work with them with a lot of different clients have contacted them to be able to get financing on. And again, it's for foreign nationals. And I think because you're writing to us from the Canadians in the US group, um, it's you're Canadian, I'm assuming. There's a lot of assumptions here because you're not giving me a lot of information, right? And so we have to guess. But for anybody really who wants to get some financing, that's a really common question. When it comes to real estate as a foreign national, what are my options? Linda is a really great option. And if you need to convert your currency, we also have a great partner. Their name is Clear Currency, and they're great. And I'm also going to put the link in the chat so that you guys can, if anybody wants to use them, they're great because you get really good rates on different currencies as well. So something along the lines of obviously money and financing. So yeah, that would be great if you want to contact them. Linda is a great resource. And also there's a lot of different things that you can do, like saving, selling some of the properties. Here we actually have Carolyn is Lauren's partner, and she has a program specifically for people who actually want to find creative ways of investing in real estate here in the US. So if you want any more information about that, it's by invitation only because it's one-on-one, and Carolyn is amazing. If you're Canadian and you want to get in on into the US and get a visa and kind of like have real estate as your main business, we have a program for those people as well. It's called SREI, and it's fine. It's building a business for real estate investors who want to get a visa into the United States. And it's personalized. It's not just watch some videos and do what the videos say. We've seen so many of those courses, and they're great courses. Don't get me wrong, and everybody to each their own. But this is more personalized. So we build it around you, your needs, and Lauren is overseeing everything so that we can guide you on the path so it could qualify for a visa. So,
Yeah.
Shema, did you want to add anything about that?
No, I just want to put more emphasis on that because I feel like, and we sometimes get that feeling whenever we talk to people or we discuss certain cases on consultations, we get the feeling that people think that they can just follow somebody else's path, right? Or get coached on something and then just apply what the coach says. And then that's going to magically make everything, that you're dreaming of happen. It could. It's just that the success rate of all of that is actually quite low. We get a lot of people that come after doing all of this, and then they're like, I paid so much money on this, I paid this, I invested in this, and then nothing happened, because that's not the way this is designed to be. Because you know how you sometimes Google how to use a formula in Excel, and then they give you the exact formula, you copy paste it and it works. It's because it's like that way. There's no other way to make it work, because that's the system and it requires one set of input, right? Whereas this situation can have so many types of inputs, and certain inputs don't work, right? Because they don't fit the variables that are in it, right? So that's kind of the
Right.
situation. And I really want to put emphasis on it, because I feel like a lot of people think that whenever you start talking to them about like specific details of their situation, or discussing certain aspects of the process, for example, for our process, they feel
Hmm.
like it's a bit much maybe, or they feel like it's not necessary, whereas it is. Because down
Yeah.
the line, and if you think that it is not right now, down the line you will see that it is, because you're going to have to go back to it, right? So that's kind of the situation.
That's a very good point, and it happens across all industries, not just real estate. Obviously, I'm in marketing, and I can tell you for me, I always see that as well. And just because you work for somebody, it doesn't guarantee that it's going to work for somebody else. And it's also not just what they went through as a and who they are, but it's also the abilities that they have, the contacts that they have, their particular how they are in Canada when it comes to like their revenue, when it comes to specific things that you might not know about that make a big difference in this sense. And I mean, I can tell you, like, taking those courses and applying them, it's one of the hardest things to do. Even if you do exactly what people say, it doesn't always work out. So why not take the chance and work with somebody who is actually going to help you and guide you and hold you by the hand so that it can actually come true. So that's really all I'm going to say about that. There's nothing wrong with gathering information and taking courses. I mean, we all do it. They're great. But nothing guarantees your success other than you and talking to you as a person, not just as a number. So that's why it's very, very important that we take that into consideration when we're talking about this. And the last but not least, I do want to I want to end with a note. A lot of times in some of the questions that we had yesterday with our masterclass, they were really good questions. If you haven't seen our masterclass, we're gonna put a link in the comments, because we have a very special offer happening with our course and a consult. So if anybody wants to schedule a consult and really get the right information, we do have a course, but it's not for you to maybe do it yourself. It's really to gather the information that you need and to understand what the process looks like. If you're the type of person who needs to know all of the information and maybe you want to do it yourself, that's fine. But we do have a resource that can help you if you are that kind of person who wants to take a course, understand the material, and then implement it. And it's really, you can watch the recording of our masterclass there. We'll put the link in the comments because I think everything is pretty much finalized with that page. Um, and it's really just about here. I'm gonna send it to our team so that they can put it in there. And it's really the top 10 reasons why you need to start investing in the US masterclass. We had that yesterday. Lauren really went through a lot of the information. And also we had the consul general of Miami, of Canada in Miami. And it was pretty amazing that she was able to talk to our audience. So it was a great time. There's the recording. I think we're gonna put it in the chat as soon as our team member is able to. And I think we'll end it there because I think a lot of the information is going to be covered in the masterclass for people who didn't get a chance to see it. But we did want to come in here because every so often there's FAQs that we see happening, I guess more often than not. In the last few months, it's been about what is my first step. And your first step is always going to be talk to somebody who can guide you on the right steps to take. And that's why we do our consults, because even if you don't end up working with us, which we hope you do, and we hope it's a fit, but at least you will know what could be your next step, and you're not just blinded by all the information that you see online. And this console is really just for that, just to see what is the option. Take the first step to even see what the possibilities could look like for you. And hopefully we get to work together, hopefully we get to help you, and you get to be one of our clients who we love working with. And hopefully, you can achieve the American dream with us, because that's really what we do. We don't talk to people just because. We talk to people because they're people. They're not numbers for us. We don't work with more than 4 or 5 clients a month, like that's it. We don't want to, because it's very high touch and it's high class. So that's really the reason why we do things. And we have 100% success rate. We continue to plan to stay up there. So, Shema, any last words before we go?
No, thank you so much. Thank you for this conversation. We're always happy to answer any questions, as Miri said. Please feel free to join our master classes or schedule a consultation with either the team or Lauren. And we'll be happy to discuss achieving your dreams together and helping you.
Yeah.
That gives us great joy. And it really does impact us positively to see our clients happily achieving their goals and getting to where they want to be. So thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah, and also the links that we just put in the chat, it's because if you want to schedule a consult, we do have that option that you get the course as part of a bundle. This is going away on Monday, the 23rd. So take advantage of that, because it's really a great way for you to get both for the price of one. The course by itself it was $397, and so you're really getting a steal, and it's like a $7,000 value when you add all of the bonuses of the course and you add everything up together. So it's definitely something that you want to pay attention to. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you next time we do have a guest. So we're looking forward to talking to this person. We'll keep you informed. And that's it for now. We'll see you next time. Thank you, everybody. Bye bye.